Okay. Hey, that's not Civ 7 or 6. No, I have. Okay, so I was thinking about this. I need to finish Civ 6, which is a great game. I never finished, I want to call it Worlds of Magic, Worlds of Wonder, something like that. That was a great game, I think. I never finished. I really should have looked up the name of these games first. I point being that Crusader Kings 3. I never finished that. That appeared to be a great game. So there's a lot of great stuff that I just didn't follow through on. And I've been getting the urge to play a city builder, so I went back and looked at it. I never really finished Timberborn, so I need to do all that. I'm retiring in 2 weeks, so that's going to be what I'm going to catch up on. Mechabellum is a game that I did do as a game of the week. I love it. It's changed a lot. It's still being developed actively. And so I'm just going to go show you guys a great game. I always talk about playing great games. This is one I have been enjoying a lot. I'm going to play a solo survival mode. That's 12 waves. I'm going to do, oh, here it is, 12 rounds. And I found hard is about my level. And I need to check and see if I'm recording. I thought I was, and I am. Anyway, hard is about right for me. I probably have a 50-50 survival rate of getting through it. So let's play it. It's a fun game. I don't know. I've got a lot going on as I enter retirement. 2 of my former bands are reforming. So that means I have a lot of music to learn in a short period of time. So I don't know how that's all going to work out. I'll be honest with you. Anyway, okay, so I got 2 of my least favorite units, Fangs and Wasps. So yay for that. I guess I'm going to treat that as an opportunity to go any direction I want later. The good thing about both of these units is that they are anti-air units. And sometimes I have a shortcoming when it comes to anti-air units. So I've got 200 to spend here for the first round. I'm just going to go ahead and get 2 more sets of Fangs. You can build 2 units around. So, it seems like a waste not to build immediately. Now, one thing I could do that's a little crazy, I don't think, it won't let you put them there the first round. So, I mean, I don't hate the idea. I'm going to go this way with them. Of overloading this side with, and just like, we're probably slower than them, but it's like kind of a, I don't like my setup. Like, I don't know if I can beat these guys, but we can leave it to chance by there. That's kind of a block of units. We can leave it to chance. Like, they're going to destroy my tower first. And when my tower gets destroyed, I become weakened for a period of time. It can be really pivotal in terms of who wins the game. Now, most of my units have decided to go engage, which is unfortunate. So now I'm going to be engaging the enemy in a weakened state. You can see they're all kind of sparkly. That's bad. And so I'm going to get chewed up. I was hoping it would work the other way around and I would destroy theirs. But what's going to happen is I'm probably going to get mauled. Now, they are weakened now, and I have recovered from my weakness. So maybe it won't be as bad as I thought. I've got one guy going up here, but most of my units, now this is bad too, because their anti-air happens to be towards my air units. So all in all, this is not going at all well. Now, I like my Fangs against the roller balls. They're not called that. Steel balls, I think they're called. I have my own names for things. But I'm going to lose this, which, whatever, I lose about half the time the first game anyway. So that's fine. This is not going to end well for me. But they've only had 1 unit survive, so I don't lose a whole lot of my 4,000 points. I'm okay with that because I hated that start. Now, what do I want to add? Now, there's some really interesting stuff here. I'm actually going to take the Farseer. Now, that's a support vehicle that can help my other units be better. What I like about it, I'm going to put it up front and put another one on the other side. What I like about it is that I will eventually be able to add a photon coating which protects my units. All these units are pretty fragile, so they're not going to last long. So it's an opportunity to, I can start to put units over here. I think I will, just to distract them. So that maybe I fight a couple of these guys, which these arc lights are actually really bad for my fangs. So I don't know. What this is not starting out at all well. Remember I said I lose half the time? Guess which half this is. Anyway, you can afford to lose rounds 1 and 2. I suppose not if you just absolutely get decimated, but I don't expect that to happen. So this time it worked out a lot better, right? I destroyed their tower. So even though these Mustangs that they've got should kind of own me. Oh, I've got my picture right over the Mustang thing too. Maybe I'll try to fix that between rounds. It shows in the lower left a description of the units, but this is going a lot better for me in terms of a match, and I'm gonna win this round. Okay, so that's cool. I'm gonna bounce away once we get this to pop up here. I'm gonna bounce away and fix where my picture is. I'll be back. Ow. All right, hopefully that works better in terms of my face placement. Okay. All right, hopefully that works better in terms of my face placement. Now, I don't get super excited by any of these. This would make my wasps worse, which I've already got several, so that seems bad. I could do an improved overlord somewhere down the road. I'm going to go with sure. All right, so that's not something that's going to benefit me immediately. Although at least with overlords, like that's a unit that maybe I don't hate the way I hate these units. So, okay, first thing I want to do is get this photon covering, because that's a big deal. All right, and then I need to do something to start to build out some sort of defense. I will get mauled on the left if I put units over there now. They just won't last. Although this is interesting. Okay, so here's the theory. Could I was hoping they would shoot the Wraith here. I don't love this, but I do need to start building something out. Now you'll see the photon coating kick in early on, and hopefully that will protect my units and allow them to survive. It didn't give it to the wasps, so I wonder if it's ground units only? All allied, all ground units, so it's only helping the ground units. That's I didn't know that actually, so that's a bit disappointing. But it does help the fangs survive, which is not something fangs are naturally good at. All right, these little experimental crawlers I have found to be pretty tough little buggers. The good news is they don't battle air well. I think things are looking good. So I do, nice part, I mentioned this early on, almost all of my stuff, matter of fact, literally all of my stuff shoots air units. So that's nice to have. All right, BRB. Trying to figure out where my face is supposed to be. Okay, this, I love these options of improving all of your units. So for 100, I can make all of my units faster. And I tend to have pretty fast units, and not the fangs, but these wasps tend to be pretty fast. I also like to promote my units early and often. Oops, I didn't do that right. You can promote either one unit or multiple units, but so that promotes everybody. What I usually do is promote everybody, then see how much I have left, and figure out how I want to spend it in terms of either improving units. Like for 150, I can improve my fang shooting. Most of my units are fangs. Let's do that. That seems like a really good thing to get. Now I have 430 left, so that would suggest I can get another one of these units and a thing of fangs. That I like that idea. So I'm gonna just kind of build out. And this is very phalanxy looking, isn't it? Like, is that middle 2? Yeah, middle +2, and then this guy. I mean, it's a build. Round 4, folks. Off we go. All right. Now what I can do is build little phalanxes by the sides, and there's probably some benefit to that. If you haven't played this game, if you put units along the side, the first round that they show up, they kind of phase in, and a lot of times they get pretty chewed up in that time frame before they're able to defend themselves. So you kind of have to be thinking more long-term with the side placement. But the thing I like about it is you can either overload one side, or you can kind of mess up whatever the AI strategy is by putting units to the side, in my opinion. I haven't done a lot of like play against players kind of thing. If you would like me to do that, let me know. That this has always been kind of a single player channel, but I'm not opposed to breaking out. All right, so one thing I like, these are light units, easily killed, but they do high damage. And level 7, there's only 9 levels, so level 7 is really good. So I could get 2 of those, kind of place them at the back here, and I feel like they would just be basically like artillery, and able to really support my units. I haven't done the side build the way I probably should. Now you'll notice these guys have shields. Once these shields are gone, the unit is gone. So I probably need to support these guys. But I can do that. Here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to do another bang and then the protective shield, right? So that I'm hoping will allow them to take care of these higher level. These are level 3 crawlers, and I'm only level 1, so I need all the help I can get. Now here's the deal. I'm a turn late on this, but he's got 2 shields left, this unit does. I want to save that unit. So this turn, we're not going to get that photon emission because he's phasing in. But next turn, he'll be protected, and that will be his last turn or at least he'll be down to 1 shield. Okay. Now I've got 500 points left, so somebody can get better. We had 1 upgrade on the fangs. Now, as you upgrade things, they get more expensive. Future upgrades get more expensive. So I don't hate the idea of adding some range because the fangs are pretty weak. That would be putting a lot of money into the fangs when I could do other units, but they've got 1 upgrade. I could probably upgrade these 2 units for the cost of upgrading the fangs, but I have so many fangs. I think I am going to go. So I don't need, the shield would normally be what I would look for to protect them, but I'm doing that via the Farseer. So I'm going to actually go for the range. They've got the range and the damage improvements. We'll hope that is enough. These Vulcans will chew them up. So hopefully we can do a lot of damage before the Vulcan gets close enough. Hopefully by the time the Vulcan gets there, maybe we've had some success taking down this right-hand tower. That's, the strong side of my phalanx. Plus I've got this flanking maneuver here. You can see though, as they were phasing in, they just got wiped out. So that did not go at all well. And these guys did not last as I had hoped they might. We were successful taking down the right tower, but they're going to be successful taking down the left tower. This will be interesting, is the long and the short of it. Like, we're both, typical phalanx. It's like the phalanxes have just tilted and they're fighting each other. I actually think they're in better shape than I am at this point. It doesn't. The only thing that would work to my favor is if my flyers, the wasp, could take out the fangs. They're they're not going to be able, because you can see I'm in the, they're in, what do you call it? Not enhanced, but the opposite of enhanced. My units were suffering because my towers had gone down. So we're not going to win. It's the long and the short of it. Yeah. No, that's unfortunate. Okay. How are we not done? There, we're done. Okay, so I'm still in the game. Like, it didn't wipe me out, but I probably can't afford another loss. You're saying, well, that's unfortunate because you don't look very good. I get it. Oh, goodness. I don't usually go for these short-term benefit things. I like things that help me every round, so I'm going to go that route. What have I got here? I've got the improved... Oh, I could put that on an overlord. That'd be super cool. But let's upgrade everybody first. I like that one of the things they've done is added the... If you click on someone who needs upgrade and there are other units of that type, but you can update all of them. That's an enhancement that they've made that I really like. I don't know that I've got enough to unlock an overlord and buy an overlord. I don't think I do. Unlock 200, cost 600. That'd be 800. I don't have enough left. So that's not going to happen this round. And I want to save this for the overlord. So this unit, you can tell it's in red. It only has one shield left. I'm going to lose that if it dies. So I'm going to still try to save that. I'm a little at a loss here as to what saving that looks like. I think we're going to put one unit of overlords. Right. I'm just sketching this out right now. And I wanted to put some of the artillery behind them. Okay, so that doesn't fit. Although it could go like that. That'll work. All right, so that won't it work? Nope, won't work. Okay, so temporarily put it there. How are we going to do this? We're going to just move these over one space. And then this can go right like that. So that, I mean, that's about as good as I can do. Now I got 379 points left. I can go down to this tower, give everybody 12% more attack, 15% more defense. And then the other thing you can do, since I have a weak left flank, if I upgrade this fortification, this tower, it's harder to kill, and I'm paralyzed for 2 seconds less when it goes down, because it will go down. Like, there's not enough over here to support that. It's interesting because I could be building here, but I've chosen to build on the flanks. Not sure that's the right idea, but I'm just trying to save that unit. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure that's the smartest thing I've ever done. It doesn't look like it's turning out very smart. They're definitely going down. Yeah, okay. So that happened. I found that the rounds like 3, 6, 9, and 12 seem to be boss rounds where you fight these kind of specialized units. These experimental phoenixes are kind of the strength of their military for this round. And unfortunately, they were over by that Fang unit. Good part is we got rid of them. But they're about to take this down. I guess the good news is that I'll be out of commission for 2 seconds left. Less. Well, I think I might actually get this. We're gonna hit the speed up button because otherwise it just takes so long and it's just so not interesting. All right, so we're halfway done. That was round 6 and we won it. We lost one of our Fang units. Now we have a bunch that are at risk. Now this I like. Every unit gets 10 range. Now the downside is once I upgrade things, I'm not going to have much money left. But the upgrading is a big deal. Like if you look at the hit points here, 715. I upgrade these, and now it comes up to 3,000. That's a pretty big deal. So, and you get a full set of shields back when you upgrade. Now I need to save these. How I do that, that's a darn good question. I've got 462 left. It's gonna be tricky. I've got great range. They don't have anything over here. Oh, I was gonna say to deal with flyers, but they do. But that wouldn't necessarily save these guys. What's his hit points? It's pretty good hit points. Here's the thing. I'm gonna go pretty boring here. Let's do this, and then put my other unit off to the side to make sure. So it'll look a little like that, and hopefully that's enough. I don't know if it is. I actually don't think it is. Because this guy here, I'm probably gonna lose him. And we're not gonna last, folks. Which might be why I can only beat hard half the time. 'Cause I should have done more to protect him. I was focused over here on this flank and trying to save that, and my whole phalanx is gonna fall apart. Like, I'm gonna have nothing left. I will win the round. Actually, some of these may survive, and maybe they'll level up, and I can save them. I lost an expensive unit. That's the unfortunate part. But I'm going to save most of these fangs, so that's good. I've always loved Mustangs, and I get 8 units of them. The mountain is cool. Okay, you talk about artillery and like a damage sponge. He's got 400,000 hit points, and I could really use a damage sponge, so we're gonna put him right there. I think he's got maintenance costs. Does he? Let's click on him. What do we know about the mountain? Yeah, he costs 200 around to upkeep. Is there a way to... A lot of times with these expensive ones that require upkeep, there's something you can do to not have to pay the upkeep, you know, like a one-time charge. I don't have it selected. Now, these things on the lower left, you can change those to customize it to your style. I probably need to, I don't usually play with the mountain, but I could really use a good damage sponge, and he just got nominated. And he'll get the photon coating, which is cool. Oh, I can also, can I put this on him? No, he's so special, so big, that I can't even put that on him, which is nuts. But here's the deal. I just realized this. I have enough left for an overlord. So I can do the overlord and then buy an overlord and put it right next to him somewhere. I guess right. I wanted a second mountain. I guess it could be behind him. I don't hate that. And these guys all have fresh shields, so I don't feel the need to protect them quite as much. Maybe I'm a bad human for saying that. Or for other reasons, who's to say? Okay, so there's that. I wish I had enough to buy one of these. I don't know how wide his buff is, the photon coating. All right, now I've got 200 left. Let's make him better. Increase range, smoke bomb. I've never used the smoke bomb. I've never used most of this. I don't play with the mountain very often. Covers the unit with photon. Oh, that seems good. He'll get it though. He's gonna get it though from his neighbor. Increases range by 40, splash range by 30. See, the other option would be to use him as artillery. Drop him like back here. And he just sits back there and bombards people. Well, use him as the artillery. This could actually be my damage sponge, because it's got, wow, that's nowhere near as many hit points. It's got almost as many hit points. No, it does not. That can also be my artillery. I'm back to plan A here. All right. Oh, but I picked the other thing. Oh well. That happens. Round 8. They've got a lot of flyers, but I do have a ton of fangs. You know, not a flyer's best friend. So hopefully these guys don't die back here, and I can level them up, get their shields back. I got photon coating almost everywhere. I've got this one unit that didn't get it, and it's not going to survive. But the mountain, he's tanking. He's tanking like we hoped he would. The flyers are going down. And the left flank is still the weak flank. That's interesting. He shot here and it didn't even hardly look like it took damage. Maybe it can't hit air stuff. It can't hit air stuff. It was shooting something on the ground over there. I think that's the deal. But it can be a big old damage sponge. Let's hope we can take these down before this tower goes down. I'm glad that's the tower I upgraded. Okay. Victory is ours. Yay. We're at round 8. Go to 9. Now, I did mention that I do think round 9 is a boss round. Again, this is all stuff that's in my head. I'm not sure this is reality. Because these things are tough. I do know that. These guys, whatever these are, yeah, experimental bulk, they are tough. And they will chew up fangs. All right, let's level up and see where we're at. Did that guy get saved? I believe the answer is no. Ooh, and we lost the photon-y guy. I know I want that back, because that's a big deal. Like, I gotta have that. All right, let's keep leveling up. But that is already up to level 4. That's pretty good. A lot of times level 4 is about as good as my guys get. Okay, now I would like another photon unit here to spread the love. I believe that's it. Now these guys, they're just going to get owned. We just hope that the right flank is big and strong enough. I mean, it should, like, right? Like, I should dominate. This guy will be tough, but I would hope that the range that I've got on everything, as a reminder, I do have the extended range for my entire army, and I think I bought the Fang extra range. So yeah, case in point, that's sort of what we hoped would happen. So kind of a best case scenario so far. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. This damage sponge is awesome. It's not the farce here. the mountain. I love the name of it too. A little bit of a Game of Thrones kind of thing for me. Now, I didn't even see those. So they can come in on your flanks too. I wasn't even paying attention. So, my bad. Anyway, these roller balls can be tough because their damage speeds up over time, gets bigger and bigger. And you can see that they were able to take down the mountain by just having that time to focus. But we took down their other tower. At this point, I think we're in good shape. We'll just speed up. Right? That's 9. 3 more to go, folks. You can see how sometimes I lose those first couple rounds, but I'm trying to build something that's logical, at least in my mind. Extended range Sabertooth, it decreases hit points and attack, but increases their... I mean, they would have massive range at this point, but I can also do the heavy armor. I think I'm going to go that route. I've got other forms of, like, artillery in the back. Okay, so I've got a couple of cool things. Heavy armor and a portable shield. That suggests that I start to add more overlords. I'm going against my natural tendency, which is to upgrade everybody first, but I really want to add these tough units. You see how these 3 things are all going to shoot missiles at my dudes. Now, I just put a shield generator. I'm not sure how much of it will cover, but it'll save these fangs on the right. All right. And then, oof, things are expensive. Kind of always... Fangs are cheap to upgrade. Ooh, I could upgrade both. I'm gonna run out of money. Okay, let's add units first. What do we want to add? Actually, well, they're gonna phase. Okay. Oh, look, check out the back. Okay, so we've got these crawlers coming in. They're not tough, but we'd like to have a defense for them in place. Oh, you know what though? I only get 1 unit. What if we pick these and put them over kind of on, yeah, and see, it kind of tells you where they're going to fight. So if I go here, they'll fight that way, direction. And I've got enough to upgrade both of those, which is nice, right? Like, this guy's up to level 3, 41,000 hit points. That's pretty cool. All right, I've spent all my money. Let's go. I don't love what I've gotten. I like the extra move and extra range, but I prefer, like, you can get things that give you extra, like, 30% more damage for all your guys. I prefer that sort of thing. Just haven't got it. Wow, they're crushing me over here. Ugh. Usually I don't think of round 10 as, like, super tough, but kind of getting owned. I'm actually impressed that they're still fighting over here. But it did help that we took down their tower. The towers are huge in this game. If you can take down the opposition's tower, you are so powerful for however long that is. It feels like 10 seconds. I haven't, like, put a clock to it. I probably should do that at some point. But I know you can upgrade the towers at least 2 times, so that cuts 4 seconds off of the time down. So 10 seconds would kind of make sense. All right, sledgehammers are, I get 7 squads of level 2 sledgehammers. Here's the deal with sledgehammers. I like them because they make good damage sponges. I'd love to put a rank. Fangs are not particularly fast, so I can put these sledgehammers in front of them and protect them. Kind of wish I had done that on the sides now. Like, I don't know that I left room for sledgehammers. I'm going to put some there in hopes that it will do something. All right, let's upgrade some dudes. Wow. Oh, I didn't realize what I was upgrading there. Okay. That chewed up a bunch of money. Oh, 199. Oh. All right. What I could do is start a flank over here. Ooh, except that's going to blow up. Start here and put the, just to kind of create another flank for them. And then this guy, I'm going to put him, make sure there's nobody. Oh, there are people in the back. So I guess he's, oof, okay. Let's rethink. I'm going to do that and then put these guys over here. All right, that's fine. It's not terrible. Okay. I really haven't been able, I probably haven't been able to keep up with the upkeep of the upgrades simply because I am paying 200 a round for the upkeep of the mountains. That's one thing I will do after this session, is go to my mountain unit and see if that's an option I can add as an upgrade for it. Because that'd be awfully nice not to be losing 200 a round, especially since I got the mountain early. It's definitely helped a lot, but it's boy, I like the range on that thing. So its range is 19 meters, right? No, that's how fast it moves. Its range is 135 versus a Fang, also 35. Okay, well, seems like a long ways, but I have the extended range for everybody, so that's helped. And I think I picked extra range for the Fangs in addition to that. So I like my odds here. Yeah, especially now that he's gone, I think we can just wrap it up, baby. What are those little things? I've never seen those before. They don't count as units because this one's still alive, but so it must be something that's being dropped. That was, ooh, wow. Okay, so we're on level 12, so it doesn't actually matter that a lot of those units are going to die because this is the last round. Plus, I don't mind buying these things that only, you know, that have cooldowns on the last round because it's the last round. So the cooldown doesn't affect me. And I can go in and take a, you call it rapid resupply. You get 200 supplies. The next turn you pay back 300, but there is no next round. So let's take it. I'm not going to have to pay it back. Okay. So now let's use our goodies. Summons an overlord to attack it. Now you can't put it like right on their base or something, but where would I want it? I think I can take a chunk and none of this stuff can hit air. So this means it's just going to be doing its thing all by its lonesome. The big challenge, this is a boss level. So we've got these experimental steel balls. Challenging. Yeah, that'll be a challenge. We want one more overlord. And I'm going to put this heavy armor on it. So it's going to be kind of another heavy duty item. And then how are we going to handle this? Whoa! Well, we're going to have to buy some units to put over here. What could that look like? Well, I've got 462. Oh, okay. This is going to work out okay. It's like, oh, I forgot I already bought a unit. But you can go in here and get a one-time extra unit, one time per round extra unit. So mass recruitment gives me an extra unit. That leaves me 300, just enough to add this guy. So we're going to put him there. That leaves me no money for upgrades. Brilliant? No, but it is what it is. It's the last round. Let's see what we got, folks. I'm not sure how long it takes for Oh, it zooms in pretty quick, so it didn't do much good against those crawlers, but I'm hoping it'll take down the building in the back, which it already did. So that's kind of, well, you know, it's got that extended range, and it helped take down that steel ball. That's a big deal. Mountain's still at half life, but it's got roller balls on it. It'll go down very quickly, unfortunately. Yeah, it just did. Now the roller balls can't hit the overlords up here, so that's a good thing. But you can see how you get a couple roller balls on something, and that's the end of that. And they do have these, you know, high-powered roller balls. Although I just wiped all of those out, so that's not a terrible thing. Ooh, the overlords are going down, folks. I thought maybe if they didn't have good flyer defense, but they do. It's just that's a level 1. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna get me again. That's unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. That's gonna allow them. They've got the time advantage now. Ugh. Yeah. Does this guy have an upgrade? Yeah, he's got the shields. So the shield's already been used. Now they've got 2 units that can hit. 3 units that. Yeah, like 3 units that can hit air, or 4, I guess we'll call it. I think that can hit air. Maybe that can't hit air. So they've only got 2, but my guys are going to get distracted by these little units, and they're not going to shoot back. And that's unfortunate, folks. That is so unfortunate. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, even now, I'm getting shot at, and I'm just shooting at stuff that can't touch me. Wait. Oh! I won because they beat me in the last round, but they didn't beat me bad enough, and I still had some minuscule number of points left, and I won. Feel like I won on penalty kicks. All right, that is Mechabellum. It's a fun one. I always end with, have a great day, great life, and play great games. I kind of feel like this is a great game. I've really enjoyed this, and the people I've like my actual gaming buddies that I've introduced it to have enjoyed it as well. So we noticed on the mountain. Where's the mountain? So they've added. So from when I did my Game of the Week review, they've added. I probably doubled the number of units, which is fun, right? That just makes it more interesting, so that it's a little bit less rock paper scissors like. Where is the mountain? That's how much I've played with the mountain. I have no idea where it is on here. Feels like. Is it? Where? What? All right. Mountain. If I say it slower, it will show up there. I can't upgrade it. Does that mean I can't buy it unless it shows up as one of my cards? Am I missing something? I don't think so. Well, folks, I didn't know how that would explain why I haven't played with the mountain very much. Because I can't build it. What does this do? Huh. Oh, you can have it different for different types of games. That actually makes a ton of sense. Huh. Okay. Oh, that's a new option. Okay. Well, interesting. Okay. The game has evolved nicely. I love the support it's receiving. No mountain. Okay. Well, we're a winner. W. How do you do it? Like that? Like, I don't know. I shouldn't even make hand gestures because I'm too old to know what they actually mean. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. If you want more Mechabellum, let me know in the comments, and we'll catch you later. Have a great day, great life, play great games like Mechabellum. We'll see you later.